special tribute for Mr. Mike Kali and his family. This past June, the Ohio wrestling community suffered a very great loss when Mr. Mike Kali Sr. suddenly passed away while on vacation with his family in Tennessee. We are joined here for this tribute today by Mike's wife Jennifer, his daughter Vanessa, and her husband Patrick, and their two sons, Joe and Zach, as we pay tribute to Mike and his many contributions to the sport of wrestling. Mike coached at Wadsworth High School for 19 years and was very active in leadership roles in the sport of wrestling. Mike was a long-time Northeastern Ohio district representative to the State Coaches Association's executive board. Mike was the president-elect of our Ohio High School Wrestling Coaches Association. He had served as president of the Greater Cleveland Coaches Association, and he was the tournament director for the Division I state duels for 14 years. Mike was also a career law enforcement officer, serving 32 years with the Barberton Police Department. The past 13 years, Mike was the chief of police for the city of Barberton. Most importantly of all, Mike was a loving husband and father to his wife and children. At this time, the Coaches Association and the Wadsworth Wrestling family, represented by head coach John Vermugula, would like to present the Kali family with Mike's State Coaches Association President's Ring.
Yeah. I can't see what school. Yeah, I can't see what school I'm in. I mean, they probably do whatever school wants to be named for the weekend. I mean, they only.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We would like to continue with the following recognitions. An annual award presented by the Ohio High School Wrestling Coaches Association is the Media Service Award. This award is presented to a media member for his or her outstanding dedication and service in covering the sport of wrestling. One recipient has been selected by media members covering the state tournament every year since 1995. The recipient of the 2011 State Wrestling Tournament Media Service Award is Mr. Kermit Rowe, reporter for the Springfield News-Sun. A Lorraine native, Rowe has been covering high school wrestling for nearly 30 years at 3 different Ohio newspapers: the Geauga Times Leader, Lorraine Morning Journal, and his current position as the sports editor at the Springfield News-Sun, which he has held for the past 10 years. His arrival at the Springfield News-Sun coincided with the rise to national prominence of one of the schools that the paper covered, St. Mary's Graham. In this stage of my career, says Mr. Rowe, it's a pleasure watching a school go from good to state champion to national champion. Rowe has a true passion for covering wrestling and has won numerous writing awards in his career, many for his wrestling coverage. His interest in the sport can be attributed to his own participation in wrestling at Lorraine Clearview High School in the late 1970s. He went on to graduate from Bowling Green State University in 1983, where he covered the end of wrestling on the campus for the school newspaper. Rowe lives in South Vienna with his wife Nancy, has 2 sons, Aaron and Josh. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, Mr. Tim Streed, Director of Information Services for the Ohio High School Athletic Association, will present the 2011 State Wrestling Coaches Association Media Service Award to Mr. Kermit Rowe. Each year, all 24 of the Ohio High School Athletic Association sanctioned sports coaches associations may recognize and honor one of their members with an Ohio High School Athletic Association Sportsmanship Ethics and Integrity Award. The recipients are selected by the directors of the representative and respective coaches associations. Individuals selected should reflect the values of sportsmanship, ethics, and integrity through all of their professional responsibilities and should be a role model for others. The recipient of the 2011 State Wrestling Coaches Association Sportsmanship, Ethics, and Integrity Award is Mr. Ron Thomas, head coach of Jonathan Alder High School. Ron Thomas has been the head wrestling coach at Plain City Jonathan Alder High School for 16 years. Over his coaching career, Coach Thomas's teams have won 25 tournament championships, including 2 league champions, 2 sectional champions, district runner-up in 2000. Ron has coached 90 district qualifiers, 21 state qualifiers, and 7 state placers. He was named Central District Coach of the Year in 2000. Coach Ron Thomas was Jonathan Alder's first wrestling state qualifier in 1966. He is married to Sandy and has 2 children, Denise and Ron Jr. Ron Jr. has been Coach Thomas's assistant coach during his entire coaching career and was a Class AA state champion in 1986. Our congratulations to Mr. Ron Thomas of Jonathan Alder High School. And now Coach Riggs will continue with the awards on the floor.
The State Coaches Association Service Award winner, Mr. Dave Klein. Mr. Dave Klein is currently in his 10th year of coaching as an assistant at Uniontown Lake High School. Previously, Dave was the head coach at Akron Springfield for 9 years. He has coached 9 state champions and numerous state placers and qualifiers during his coaching career. Dave was named 2007-2008 Assistant Coach of the Year for Ohio by the National Wrestling Coaches Association. He helps run the Stark County Wrestling Club and is an at-large member for USA Wrestling Ohio. Dave is married to wife Tracy, and they have 3 children, sons Brock and Zach, and daughter Kaylee. Dave Klein. And now for the presentation of our State Coaches of the Year. In Division 3, Mr. Troy Roth. Troy Roth has been the head coach at Mount Pelier High School for the past 10 years. Troy's Mount Pelier wrestling team won 2 tournaments last year, while also finishing runner-up in 3 other tournaments, including the league, sectional tournaments, and 2010, the team set 5 Mount Pelier team records. They had 4 district placers, 2 state qualifiers, including 1 placer. Troy has been an officer for the Greater Toledo Wrestling Coaches Association for the past 13 years, and currently is the past president for the State Coaches Association. Troy is married to wife Jan, and they have 3 children, daughters Chelsea and Morgan, and son CJ. Troy Roth. Our Division II State Coach of the Year, Matt Hammonds. Matt Hammonds is the head wrestling coach at OHSAA High School in Lewis Center, Ohio, where he also teaches special education. In his 7 seasons at OHSAA, the Braves have won 4 OCC championships, 4 sectional championships, 2 district championships, and as well finished 2nd place at the 2011 Division II State Dual Meet Tournament. Despite the school splitting twice during Matt's tenure, his teams have compiled a dual meet record of 80 wins and 15 losses. Matt would like to thank his coaches and family for all their support, especially his lovely wife Lauren and son Graham, just turned 2 today on March 4th. Happy birthday, Graham. Our Division I Coach of the Year, Sean Andrews from Marysville High School. Sean is in his 4th year as head coach of Marysville High School. In 2010, Marysville wrestling team finished 4th in the state after capturing the district, the sectional, and the league titles. In addition, the team set school records for 8 state qualifiers, 9 district placers, and tied school record for 4 state placers. Sean has been an assistant coach at Marysville, Kent State, and Massillon Perry. He's been married to his wife Meredith for 6 years, and they have a 2-year-old daughter, Reese. Sean would like to dedicate this award to his father, who has been part of the Marysville wrestling program for 40 years. Sean Andrews.
Yeah.
And our congratulations to all the recipients this evening. We thank you for your participation and your attention. Please congratulate once again all of those who have been honored this evening.